We're living in a time where you can have your own funeral. So let's start. I have no idea who would show up at funeral for me. Maybe some tourists that, grabbed the wrong map and coming by and it's who's that? Who is that? Who is that? I got no idea. I guess a couple people would come by. Or they should, assuming they know about it. But, how do you know about funerals now, right? I mean, you don't have the little things programmed in your phone for all your old friends. It's like, ping me if X dies. No. And I will die. And as unfortunate as this language sounds that I'm about to say, it will not be missed. Of course, none of us are missed. Yeah, missed for, depending on who and what, for some period of time. But, you eventually get around to, who, what, yeah, okay. We will not be missed. I think I'm like the star. Like if they had some gold, some Olympics of not being missed, I think I'm going to be right. It's unfortunate because most of what I do, I just try to entertain people. And but I get them pissed off. I just say things that it's like, oh, that's disgusting. That's horrible. You shouldn't say that. Okay, I will not be missed when I go and you're still here talking about how horrible everything is. But I'm okay with not being missed. That's a thing. That means, can you imagine? Imagine this. Man and wife, 75 years. I don't know what the hell happens for 75 years between them, but man dies. Does wife sit by graveside and never do anything else? No. And so the rest of us should, take a hint. We all have these examples. We've seen these people do this stuff. We have. I hate to even use the expression "the greatest generation." How about just the people who made sense? They just looked at the situation and said, that works, that doesn't work. Let's do what works. Why do we need all the categories of things? But come around. Well, I may have quite a skill set to do various, and keep the house working stuff, plumbing and, floor maintenance and painting and all the stupid shit that my physics degree applies to. Oh, man. I mean, other than the mental exercises, my physics degree is absolutely well. It got me a job. I mean, there's only a few people in the entire 7,000 teacher faculty San Diego City School District that have a physics degree. I think there are like three of us. So it got me a job. I mean, you can't fire somebody with a physics degree, but yeah, it doesn't mean I'm any good at it. And as a matter of fact, I'm not. Because I went on and got a master's in math. And so all my physics stuff is in the head. In the head. And when you go into a classroom in San Diego City Schools, you get a bunch of fucking testosterone in there chasing after the pussy, and you got to distract them for a moment and give them something exciting, right? And so, boy, that was tough. That was a tough job, fucking tough job. It's like, my physics is in the mind, but now I got to bring it down to the level of, what these people are doing. And believe me, I get it. Everybody has to go through that. I went through that, blah blah blah. But holy shit, what a fucking challenge. Yeah. And then in what was it, 2000? I think I'm way off topic here. I don't even remember where we started this conversation, but. And then in 2000, they instituted Physics for All. Physics for All. And the, what do they call the top guy? School board director. Whoever runs everything, right? He has all the choices. Well, he hired some guy from Jersey. They grew up together. They both grew up out there. And this guy from Jersey had, I don't even think it's past tense. I don't think he had. I think they were. So anyway, we end up with this fucking. They called it physics first. Because so few people, normal students, it's like, nah, I'm not. Physics, it doesn't sound like, I'll take some chem, I'll take some biology, but physics sounds a little mathy to me. And it was. It is, it always has been, and always will be. But the physics first textbooks, which our superintendent, what the fuck was his name? I actually went and watched him speak one night. I mean, clear, he's like mafia type crook fucker. And he got his friend back in Jersey, they grew up together, to print out this, they put out this fucking series of books, and San Diego City Schools spent $7 million adopting these fucking worthless. There was no math. You could not find any kind of mathematical symbols in the book. Like Susie walks fast, and Jose walks faster. Do you think Susie will get there first? And of course, if you're listening to this, you think I'm exaggerating. Just find one of these fucking books online. It was called Physics First. So of course, as one of the three people in the 7,000 teacher community. I said, no. I just fucking flat out stood up at me and I said, no. You know, that's the great thing about having tenure. You know, you can get away with a lot of shit. And I got away with it. You know, they couldn't fire me. I told them, I flat out said, no, I will not teach that scat. Scat, I don't know why I'm using a bear reference, but I will not teach that shit in my classroom. And, you know, when you go to these trainings where they're trying to indoctrinate you, you're always sitting at a table. You get like 5 other people. And tables have 6. And sometimes a little bit more. When they were doing the PowerPoint program, they just brought the fucking book up. They showed us the first page. No math. Numbers. No numbers. They got to about page 6. You know, they're taking us through the first lesson. And I'm like, I haven't seen a number yet. So this dumb shit motherfucker. Actually, he's not a dumb shit. He's probably smarter than me. His name is Dan Levine. And he got propagandized to push this bullshit on us all, which is ironic because he's a physicist. He and I went to school together. He got to the end of the fucking lesson, you know, PowerPoint bullshit. And he said, what do you guys think? I just stood up. And I said, no. And if you're listening to this, you probably think I'm exaggerating, but the other 5 people at the table, they're looking up at me with these huge eyes. It's like, oh, did he just say no? So I flat out, in this meeting with, I don't know, there must have been like 300 fucking science teachers from the district going through being propagandized by this bullshit. And I stood up and I said, no. I think it's one of the classic moments in the history of teaching because turns out they scrapped that program and they found out that Tony, what the fuck his name was, and the guy from the East Coast were collaborating to sell books. And so, I mean, you didn't have to be a fucking genius to realize they're just trying to sell books at the cost of our children's education. Well, you know what? My kids did not get that education. My kids got a high quality education, and I included all kinds of software assessment usage, so on and so forth. And I've run into those kids over the years, and they say, man, your class was the best ever. Thank you, brother. And kids who are professors at UCSD now. Sometimes you gotta hang on to your guns, no matter what the pressure is. I don't know what the pressure is now. I don't understand what's going on. I know that millionaires have been made out of nothing, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, okay, save, 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 save. You know, you know, 40, 50 years from now, you have something that will keep you working. But oh, not like now. You know, if you just had a few grand in the bank 20 years ago, now you're worth $50 million because of our government printing money. So, call it me, call it me. And of course, there is no way back. There's no regression path. We've created all these millionaires, and that's why rents have tripled in the last 10 years and so on, because they're out there buying houses by the thousands, raising the rents. And I come back to the question. Yeah, I know that. What good did it do?